Welcome back! You might be wondering what I'm doing at the load screen, but every time I load this game, the bouncer keeps throwing me out. So, that's kind of annoying. Like that.
Is this pervo bothering you, Ms. Incuba?
Intensely.
Wait a minute. Oh, God. How'd he get back here anyway? I'll teach him some manners, eh?
Great! We have to go back in there. Same procedure as before. Get the bouncer's attention. And distract him.
Not the talkative type.
It's kind of annoying, but not much more than a short distraction. And we were just getting somewhere with this Miss Incuba as well. I have to wonder if she's a replicant. And like I said, if she is, what am I gonna do with her? I do not want to shoot an unarmed woman.
You again?
Yes.
What do you want now? Speak up before Hanoi comes back.
Now we get another choice here, and it's kind of unclear if you just read the choices, but it's clearer if you actually know what they do. Is if you choose Crystal, McCoy will actually warn her about Crystal, so that's a very clear option where you're siding with her rather than against her. But I first want to talk about that black sedan.
You buy a vehicle lately? A black sedan?
I wasn't aware that was a crime.
Buying the car isn't. Using the car in an animal murder, well.
Animal murder? That's horrible. I haven't seen the car for 2 days. It was stolen the day after I bought it.
Is that right? Any reason you didn't tell me that right off?
You didn't ask.
Animal murder's pretty horrible.
Yes. Any murder is horrible. And unfortunate.
Some are worse than others.
But death's the same for all.
No argument there.
Yeah, and I kind of get what you're saying there. Death is the same for all, including replicants. Now, either of these we pick leads to the end of this conversation. I kind of like putting her on the VK, even though I don't really want to kill her. I mean, she hasn't really done much wrong. Okay, she bought the car that was used for the animal murder, but she wasn't actually there. So she was an accomplice, but she didn't kill the animals. She may have been at the Eisendaler murder, but still, she didn't actually kill him. So yeah, she should be brought in, maybe, but not killed outright, which is unfortunately my job, and the only thing that can happen with a replicant, which kind of makes it easy to understand why they would take these kind of extreme measures in the face of how they're treated. So I am kind of leaning towards being sympathetic with her, but I'm still going to choose the VK here because I like that option better, and it doesn't really affect the outcome in this case.
There's a little test I'd like you to take.
Do you think I'm a replicant? Is that what
Yes.
this is about? If it's early Q, I'll help you any way you want.
Not exactly.
This is insane. I have a family, a daughter, for heaven's sake. Look, I'm willing to testify against early Q. A replicant wouldn't do that, would it?
A replicant doesn't necessarily care about what happens to another replicant.
Then you must be a replicant.
I'm sure I'm not.
How do you know you're not a replicant? Did you ever take that test yourself?
Sure I did. Long time ago.
Don't replicants go around with false memories? Maybe somewhere along the line you killed a human, took his place, and your superiors don't even know about it.
A likely story.
Interesting idea. But I'm still gonna give you the test.
Alright, let's do this thing. I'm fairly sure she's a replicant, but we won't know for sure until we try.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
I don't see why you need to know that.
What do you do for a living?
That's a stupid question.
Just calibrating the machine.
So the test hasn't started yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, we kind of already knew that, didn't we?
What's your name?
Dektora?
Just Deckard?
Yes.
That's not what the bouncer and Early called you. But apparently that's her real name, Deckard. So let's get started on them questions.
You're having a very erotic dream.
Anyone in particular?
It's not important.
Of course it is. I'm sure I'd enjoy it, if that's what you're asking.
I kind of edged out towards the replicant side, not surprisingly.
Using the first words that come into your mind, describe your childhood.
It was unhappy. Short.
That's a pretty big deflection there.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I might give him some, if I had any to spare.
This isn't looking good for her, is it? Although I doubt we'll get a positive ID from this test, because I kind of know how it's going to end.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
Probably this test.
No, seriously.
Yes, seriously. Are we finished?
Almost.
Good answer.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
Ridiculous. I wouldn't.
Well, I guess that's what a human would say as well. But it's not about the verbal responses.
You're 7 years old. You managed to steal several marshmallows from the kitchen and sneak them back to your bedroom. You're caught, and your father spanks you.
I don't like marshmallows.
Pretend you do.
All right. My father wouldn't spank me, and I won't pretend that he did.
Alright. Well, I'm thinking your father didn't actually exist. How long can you go without blinking? Okay, that long. Quite heavy on the eyeliner there.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
What are those?
Nature art. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
Why would anyone hang a head on the wall? It was a different time then, wasn't it?
You saying that makes it okay?
Of course not.
Well, those people thought so.
You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
What? What did I do?
You tell me.
Is that your game?
No,
It's not looking good, now is it?
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's horrible.
Ooh, positive ID.
Positive result. Subject is replicant. Test terminated.
I get it. You're some kind of sexual deviant. I'm finished with you. Get me the police?
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, this is an emergency. Early cues backstage. A customer is harassing me. Thank you.
Put that away. I'm a cop.
Now we wait. If your hand moves, I'll shoot.
Okay.
Please don't talk. The sound of your voice grates on my nerves.
We waited there for a few minutes. Her gun and her eyes never wavered. Any other mark, I'd have been a dead man. But if she was a replicant, she must not have known it if she was willing to call the police.
This a troublemaker? Put your hands on top of your head.
That's right. Ray McCoy, Rep Detect, BR 61661.
Never heard of you.
I report to Lieutenant Gouza. Call him.
I work for you? Let's go.
Where's your squad car?
Shut your mouth.
Which precinct are we going to?
I'll tell you which one.
Something tells me he's not a real cop. Uh-oh.
This was no precinct house I'd ever been in, and I thought I'd been in them all. The grunt to my right had the beefy harnessed bull look down pat, and his twitchy partner in the suit looked like he was just itching to chainsaw a couple of kneecaps. Other than that, everything was hunky-dory.
Impersonating a police officer, huh? I guess the new Nexus models are a little more creative than the old ones.
I'm a Blade Runner. You don't believe me? Call Lieutenant Gouza.
There ain't no Gouza in the LPD.
Unless I've been walking around in a dream, there is.
That's what always bugs me. Yeah, the fact that these skin jobs always gotta live someone else's life.
No shit.
Just make the call, damn it.
You're just a piece of shit rep with memory implants of this Gouza guy, you understand?
That's impossible.
Rep ain't sounding so creative now, huh?
You want to Voight-Kampff me? Be my guest.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very convincing. Where you been hiding? The Kipple? Gregorian bring you in? Who else is working that side of the pool these days?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about that bastard selling all that stuff downtown?
Hey, shut your trap. I'll tell you something, McCoy. I don't even care how you go out. But I know you can feel pain. And on that account, I'm your man, see? You tell me about everyone you met through cars, and I'll guarantee you we'll go real easy.
Your breath smells like you wiped your ass with your teeth.
You're gonna wish you was neck-deep in an off-road reactor vessel by the time I get through with you. Fire up the chair, Holly.
I don't like this guy.
Come back as in my next life, a priest. There's something holy about how good I am at this.
Nice entrance.
Freeze! Don't even go for it.
You got any idea how glad I am to see you?
No time for chit-chat, Slim. You want to save your ass, we gotta blow this joint right now.
Well, that was certainly interesting. I'm gonna catch up with Crystal in the next video.